Introducing the all-new Seiko 5 Sports Limited Edition collaboration with One Piece. One Piece is the greatest anime of all time from Japan. And I say that with tons of anime experience. I've watched them all. When I was in high school, I watched anime non-stop. Didn't do any homework, of course. Didn't do anything else but watch anime. I've watched Cowboy Bebop, Gunslinger Girls, Elfen Lied, Fruit Baskets, all the Gundams, Attack on Titan, Bleach, Naruto, etc. Everything. JoJo, Demon Slayer, just everything. And One Piece is the #1. It's hard to get into One Piece. There's been over 1,000 episodes. If you can get into it, if you can get into the first 300 episodes, I know it sounds ridiculous. I used to fall asleep during the early episodes. My friend, he kept me going, and thank God for that, because, well, I absolutely love it. And that's all I'm going to say about the anime. Now, if you're a fan of the anime, you're going to love these new Seiko watches. I think Sanjay got the short end of the stick. The Law one looks better, Luffy's looks better, Sabo's, Zoro even. I think Sanjay got the short end, but it still looks great, don't get me wrong, but I think all the other ones look better. Let me know down below, what do you think of the design of the new Sanji limited edition? Mr. Vin Smoke himself, number three is highlighted on the bezel insert. It is aluminum, completely DLC coated for durability. You can use it as a second time zone, like a 12-hour bezel, all right? But it only gets numbered up to 4. And he is the third son of Vin Smoke, so that's why he's number 3. That's what I'm guessing. And it says 3 on his Germa 66 raid suit. Now let's listen to that bezel. Nice and soft clicks, typical Seiko experience here. But everything lines up, so that's great news. Legibility, terrible on that insert. You can't see the numbers. You can see the 3 because they highlight it a bit, but the rest is basically like a stealth bezel. So I'm gonna ding the legibility right there. But again, this watch is for style. I think functionality is taking a back seat here. It does have the push-pull crown, giving the watch 100 meters of water resistance. It's a sports watch. You can swim with it. 100 meters from Seiko means 100 meters. Don't be afraid. Now, this one does have an Easter egg. It looks like a curly hair, and that's Sanjay's eyebrow. He's got those legendary curly eyebrows, and that's one of them. SKX style case, so it is a cushion style case. There is no high polish surface whatsoever. These are the measurements: 42.5 in diameter, a thickness of 13.3, and a lug to lug of 46 even. So basically very similar to the SKX, but it doesn't have that wave sticking out right there. So that's why it's 13.3 instead of 13.5. And then when we look at the display caseback, you can see the logo from the Bharati, am I saying that right, restaurant. Okay, that was the restaurant where they picked up Sanji in the first place, and he said those famous words right there. The all blue is a mystical or legendary sea where the north, east, south, and west seas all meet. And all the fish in the world are there, and he's a chef, and that's a dream for any chef. You can see footprints on that 22 mil strap tapering down to 20 because he fights with his legs. His main attack is his leg. His nickname is Black Leg Sanji, and you can see his name there. You can wear the keeper however you want. You can flip it, and there you can see a knife and fork and a pirate's skull. DLC coated buckle, it says Seiko. And guys, these are limited to 5,000 units. We got number 2208. And I know it sounds like a lot, but it is One Piece. And I think they have millions of fans. So I'm sure Seiko did some research here. This does have a Hardlex crystal, no sapphire here, unfortunately. So for the dial and hands, you can see more footprints, almost in an army motif, camouflage, it looks like from far. And then almost like a purplish gray background to that. Not a big fan of the design. I wish they did something different. Maybe more of a black and white theme because he's always wearing a suit and he always looks sharp. And you can see that yellow chapter ring for his blonde hair. Blacked out day and date disc, very nice. And the dial layout is typical Seiko SKX style with a splash of yellow on the second hand tip. Now the price. This one comes in at 440 USD. When we look at the regular models, SRPD 55 and 53, basically the new 007 009 without the dive capabilities, those are $295. So you're definitely paying a premium here for the One Piece licensing. So there's a little bit of fear of missing out here. And I think Seiko's doing great by bringing new people into the hobby. Here's the watch on my 6.5 inch wrist and it wears amazing. Even though it's a 42, tad big, it has that Seiko magic with the cushion case and that short lug to lug. Yeah, with great presence. And really digging that black DLC. Okay, let's check out the weight. 100 even, ultra lightweight and comfortable. And this strap, silicone, is ultra comfortable as well. So you're gonna be able to wear this all day, no problems. Okay, let's check her out on the time grapher. 260 amplitude, -3. A lot of beat error there, 0.5 milliseconds. Wow. But the rate seems okay here. We have the 4R 36, 24 joules, hack and wind automatic, 41 hours of power reserve. It is Seiko's entry level movement. -3, -1, +1, and the fourth and final round, +2. Wow, the amplitude really picked up there. Okay, we're gonna do 12 down now to see the positional variance. Amplitude is staying decent. 0 +2. Not bad. The beat error got better. 0.2 milliseconds. All right, pretty good. 0 +2, now +1 it's looking like. Amplitude not bad still, 270, very strong actually for a 4R. So yeah, looks like this is a good one. Fourth and final round, +2. Good job, Seiko. Okay, there is the Lume shot, and if you're new to watches and you're a One Piece fan, Lume is your watch collecting the power of light or sun during the day. Once it goes dark, it glows automatically by itself. And Seikos are known for powerful Lume, as you can see here. So from my studio lights, they are very powerful. It got this bright, so very nice. And it should last all night, but it's not gonna be this bright. It's gonna be very dim. You're gonna have to hold the watch up to your face. If you're in a pitch dark room at night and you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to see the time, but you're still going to be able to read it. Seiko is a storied house in the watchmaking world. They have many world firsts. You can be proud to own a Seiko, and they make watches from $100 up to $100,000. Great brand, great pedigree, tons of pride here, and I'm so happy that my favorite house of watchmaking combined with my favorite anime. Now, I would rate it Luffy, Law, and then Sabo for sure, then Zoro, and then Sanji last, unfortunately, in looks. All right, these ones are more about look, streetwear, getting new people into the hobby, and I think this one's gonna do it. I'm a fan of One Piece and Seiko, so of course, I'm gonna love this thing. What's your thoughts and opinions down below? And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.